welcome to Mature Designer. So this is the next video. Now that I know that you are familiar with the platform and the all the different left panels and right panels and the top ones, let's get started with the top panel first. Actually everything goes together, so let's get started from over here. First thing, this is your your cursor. Okay, you don't have to do anything over here. Now this is your frame. Now you click on the frame and you can see that you have got different options over here, that is phone, tablet, desktop, in fact the watches over here, different social media platforms. So you get templates from over here. If you select watch, you'll get a screen over here which will be having this much size which is mentioned over here. You can choose any phone. Now if I choose this one, you can see that it got selected, and an iPhone 13 mini, the size of that, the screen size of that appears over here. So this is a frame. Okay, this is a frame. A frame is a very important thing in Figma. When you do prototyping, that is when you are making screens and you're connecting screens in the prototype option and you are doing that, if I click this button, the screen will appear. So all those things happen between frames. If you are not making things frames, those two you cannot make a prototype, because only frames, because you have to connect the frames and only frames can be connected to for a prototype to happen. Okay, so that will do later, but yeah, this is a frame. Okay, you can also make a custom frame, just drawing anything like this became a frame. So in fact you can make a rectangle, okay, and then right click and frame selection. Now this becomes a frame. So this is how you can make frames easily, and inside frames you make your different designs. Like if I make something inside it, you can see in the left panel that this rectangle is now inside this rectangle is now inside this. Okay, because you can toggle this and see that that rectangle has gone inside it. Now how to remove the rectangle? I don't want the rectangle inside that, I want it individually. So you can just move it and you see that this has become individual. Now second thing is, you can just keep the rectangle inside only but still remove it by dragging this rectangle out of this frame. Anywhere, you just go anywhere but out of this frame. You can see now the rectangle has become separate. Okay, so when you are toggling the frame off, the rectangle is not turning off. But in the second scenario, you can again drag and bring it inside it. You can see the size of the this black bar over here, it increases and decreases. If this is this will be outside the frame. Now this will be inside the frame. Now this has become inside the frame. Now when you turn the layer of the iPhone off, the rectangle also disappears. You can see the rectangle also disappears, right? Now this is your frame. Now if you are locking the frame, now you cannot move it. You just cannot move it. My mouse is not working. Oh my god, it's not moving. So unlock it and now you can move it. So now since the rectangle is inside this particular frame, that's why when you're moving this particular frame, the rectangle is also moving with it. If it would have been like this, now moving it would have been outside the frame like this. Then when you're moving it, yeah, when you're moving it, the rectangle stays and the frame moves. Okay, so this is a basic idea of frames. Now you can easily work with frames. You can also rename a frame. This is frame 2. Either you can double click and rename over here, or you can double click and rename it over here. So yeah, that's how you can rename it. So renaming is very nice because it helps you remember that this is your maybe splash screen. Okay, now this is your onboarding, so that helps you to be organized. Okay, so you can move things up and down, everything can be moved up and down like this. Okay, done. So this was mostly about frames. Now the other things I'll be teaching in some other video, in which I'll be talking about rectangles and shapes, because all these options are there for different shapes, for frames and everything. So this is for now. This was all about frames in Figma. In prototyping as well, when I'll be making a video on prototyping, I'll again bring frames into the picture. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you.